We're excited to be in Philly. Soccer is a sport of passion, and Philadelphia was always a city that we wanted to come to. But originally there was the Vet, and everybody knows how that works out. And when the Link got built, the powers that be really thought that we needed to build our own stadiums. Soccer came to America with a belief that it was going to be the real sport that soccer is. And the problem is that everybody in America thinks an outdoor sport needs to be in a 50, 60,000 seat stadium. Well, the case is that world over, most stadiums are under 30,000. In fact, 80% of the stadiums in the world are 30,000 or less. We're really more comparable with the NBA and the NHL, but since we play outside, people thought we needed to be in a 60,000 seat stadium. Well, a crowd of 25,000 seats in the Vet in a 70,000 seat stadium doesn't show the sport. So now we have 12 stadiums. We have a new television package, and when you come to our games, you'll feel the passion of what soccer's at, and you'll really get to experience it. We'll be bringing in teams from around the world. ESPN will carry us internationally, so a game from Philadelphia against DC United will be seen in Belgium, will be seen in Holland, will be seen in Tokyo, and we'll expose Philadelphia to the world. And then we will bring these teams in who think they're far superior than us and teach them a little bit. And it's exciting for us too, because this is a World Cup year. We will bring the world to Philadelphia as it's such an international city. We're excited. We hope to see everybody at a game. We'll be making a major announcement tomorrow on a television partner that I can say is one of the heritage groups that's going to be carrying our games. So if you go to our website, I can't say who it is tonight, AB, but it's going to be a big announcement. So thank you for having us, and we're excited to be here.
15 years ago, just after the World Cup in 1994, there were a lot of skeptics around the world and said, how's a third world soccer country going to host a World Cup? And in '94, we hosted the most successful World Cup in the history of the game, financially and television viewership. And we're bidding on another World Cup right down the line. We've got a great group of people here in Philadelphia, headed up by Governor Rendell, who is now a soccer fan, and Mayor Nutter, who is now a soccer fan, and we're bidding for the 2018 and 2022 World Cup. And if you want to see a city turned on its side, hosting a World Cup is like the equivalent of having 5 Super Bowls in 2 weeks, and we're gonna get it because there's so much passion here. When we started this league, it was when you start a league, we started it from scratch. It was a whiteboard in a conference room in LA, the old World Cup headquarters, and we said, all right, what 10 cities are we going to be in? Well, we want to be a major league, so we need to be in New York, LA, Chicago, Philly, and Boston. And unfortunately, back then, we couldn't get the right combination of stadium and owner in Philadelphia, so we went to every one of those cities except Philly. But we always knew that Philadelphia was someday going to be a great MLS city. So about 4 years ago, I pulled together a group of guys who, one of which is Jay Sugarman, our principal partner, and Robin Chris Buccini, and we said, let's buy a Major League Soccer team. And Jay asked me, what city do we go to? And I said, there's only one city for me, and that's Philadelphia. It's the biggest media market that MLS isn't in, and I just got a good feeling. Soccer is spoken in every country on the planet. It is the common language. We used to host international games up in New York, and my suite would be filled with businessmen thinking about coming to New York. If we were playing Bayern Munich from Germany, full of business people coming to those games. We need to take advantage of that. The city has so many great assets. Geographically, it's located in such a great place. International airport, it's manageable, and it's a great place to do business. So as we go down the pike, as the union goes and grows and sells its stadiums and sells its stadium out and brings international teams here, we want you all to be a part of it, because it's the language of soccer that we speak, and it's through that language that we can get some business done here. And our staff and our president and all of us are very, very committed to becoming a strong asset in this marketplace from an international standpoint. The news kind of has gotten out, and I have gotten more calls from clubs around the world wanting to come play here. You know, just last week, Manchester United executive staff was down here. Valencia is looking at coming to play here. Celtic from Scotland is just on the cusp of coming to play here. We're coaxing the U.S. national team. They had such a great experience here this summer, and they want to play their final game before they go to South Africa here on May 29th, and we're really working hard with the Eagles to get that deal done. It's going to be a great exposure for the city, and again, a great business opportunity, because there'll be many people coming from around the world, to be, whether they're scouting the U.S. or just coming to see the game or see the opponent they're playing against. Philadelphia has gone from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds in the soccer world. We arrived here really last May when we announced the name of the team, and it has been just a love affair with the city, with our fans. If you would have told me we'd have 9,000 season ticket holders 4 years ago at this point in time, before we started the season, I'd have bet $1 million against it. We are just ecstatic. We're going to sell out the stadium. We now believe that we're going to sell out every game with the type of sales rate we have. So there's a lot of passion here, and we couldn't be more pleased. We don't take that for granted, though. We continue to want to be the organization that helps Philadelphia become the international city that it should be. Because there's no reason that, when everybody talks international city, they talk about New York, they talk about LA, and they even talk about Chicago before they talk about Philly. So we have work to do, but the union's here ready to help. We want to bring international business here. We're going to do everything that we can, working with the chamber, working with all the chambers represented in this room, to help make that happen, because it's a natural partnership. We play an international game. You folks are in the international business. The two are married up perfectly. So use us as an asset. You know, if you have particular connections in your country or the country that you represent, get in touch with us. Let's get in touch with their governments. Let's bring their national teams here. Let's bring their club teams here. Let's use the stadium in Chester as a place to have a business meeting over a soccer game, and we'll get some business here. Maybe get some companies to move to town and really do our part. And that's what makes us unique. You know, we're an American sport now, but we're an international American sport, and we feel that we bring that uniqueness. We're not like the other teams where they play sports that are rooted in American tradition. We're just setting our roots in American tradition, but we play the world's game, and we hope that all of you will join us and help us bring some business to this great area. It's been nothing but fun. I don't consider myself a New Yorker anymore. I wear a Phillies hat. I go to Eagles games. I'm going to the Flyers game tomorrow night. And I'm just really, really delighted to be here with my ownership group and the Philadelphia Union. So thanks for inviting me. I'll be around. Hopefully I can meet as many of you as I can. It's a great crowd. Thanks a lot.